Ciryl Gane versus Alexander Volkov number 2. Who's going to win this fight? Well, first of all, who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Ciryl Gane fought Jon Jones, in which Jon Jones got Ciryl Gane in the guillotine and made him tap in round 1. And after this, Ciryl Gane went on to fight Sergey Spivak, in which both started off very slow in round 1 until Ciryl Gane let his hands go, put a lot of punishment on Sergey Spivak, and the rest enough and start the fight in round 2.
Goddard is all over this.
Let's take a look at Alexander Volkov's latest performances, in which he fought Taito Vivasa, in which Alexander Volkov dropped him in round 1.
I was literally just going to say that, John.
Alexander Volkov then got him in an Ezekiel choke and made him tap in round 2.
If you can get the hand on the neck.
Alexander Volkov!
And after this, Alexander Volkov went on to fight Sergey Pavlovich, in which both went back and forth, both had some great shots and kicks, but Alexander Volkov completely outlanded Sergey Pavlovich, and he ended up taking it by decision.
Alexander Drago!
Now this fight, I believe, is going to be a lot like the first fight, which in the first fight, both men went back and forth. It was a straight up kickboxing match. Both men were exchanging a bunch of kicks and punches, but it was obvious that Ciryl Gane controlled the fight with his boxing. He outlanded Alexander Volkov with his boxing, and kicks-wise, it was pretty even, but I will say Alexander Volkov did have a little bit more success, but again, it was a close back and forth fight, and which Ciryl Gane obviously took the win by decision, which I believe that we're going to see the exact same thing in this rematch, as I don't see either man looking to take each other down, since that's not really their game plan. So now that we're almost guaranteed of seeing the same fight, is the outcome going to change, or is Ciryl Gane going to once again come out on top? Well, if you look at Alexander Volkov, well, he's on a pretty good run, as he's on a 4-fight winning streak, stopping 3 of those opponents. And in his fight against Sergey Pavlovich, he showed great range management, as he didn't allow Sergey Pavlovich to close the distance and land anything significant, which is how he was able to survive from getting knocked out. So he's on a pretty good run, and what makes it very likely that Volkov could come out on top in this fight is the fact that he hasn't had a fight this year, on top of the fact that he hasn't fought in over a year, since his fight against Sergey Spivak was back in September of 2023. So in the end, this fight is going to be one of the best fights on the card, but I do got Ciryl Gane winning this fight, because yes, Volkov has been on a good run, and yes, he's been looking very good, but I don't think he's going to be able to handle Ciryl Gane's forward pressure and boxing, just like how we've seen in the first fight. So once again, I got Ciryl Gane winning this fight.